With just a $150 difference, these two laptops trade blows so closely that every detail could tip the balance. You're choosing between the Inspiron Snapdragon X Plus and the MacBook Neo's Apple A18 Pro, two very different chips. The Inspiron lists 8 cores at 3.2 GHz, while the MacBook Neo has 6, 2P plus 4E at 2 GHz, and the process is 4 nanometers versus 3 nanometers, but those numbers don't translate directly across architectures. What matters is that the MacBook Neo scores meaningfully higher in real-world performance, so you'll see smoother multitasking and editing day to day. Single-core scores show the biggest difference, while multi-core results are closer, and the numbers on screen make the MacBook Neo's advantage clear. You're choosing between the Adreno X1-45 in the Inspiron and the Apple A18 Pro GPU in the MacBook Neo, both integrated designs. On paper, the Inspiron lists 1.7 teraflops while the MacBook Neo claims 2.3 teraflops, but these numbers aren't directly comparable. Actual gaming or creative performance will depend more on software optimization and the specific apps you rely on. A 14-inch TN LCD on the Inspiron gives you more screen, but the MacBook Neo's 13-inch IPS LCD looks richer and more vibrant. You get 1920 by 1200 resolution on the Inspiron, while the MacBook Neo offers 2408 by 1506 for sharper details. Both displays refresh at 60 Hz, so motion will appear equally smooth on either one. Choosing the MacBook Neo's 500 nits over 300 nits means you can actually see your screen in sunlight. Neither model offers a touchscreen, but only the MacBook Neo supports Dolby Vision HDR for richer highlights and shadows. You get a matte finish on the Inspiron, while the MacBook Neo uses a glossy coating, which can reflect more light. Finally, the MacBook Neo's 218 pixels per inch display is sharper than the Inspiron's 162 pixels per inch, making text and images look crisper. With 54 watt-hours compared to 36.5 watt-hours, Inspiron lets you stay unplugged longer before hunting for power. It also charges at 65 watts versus 20 watts, so you get back to work faster after plugging in. Both use USB-C charging, so your existing cables will work either way. Inspiron gives you 16 GB of RAM as standard, while MacBook Neo ships with 8 GB at this price. Both use LPDDR5X memory, and neither can be upgraded after purchase, so you'll want to choose wisely up front. That extra memory in the Inspiron means you can keep more apps and browser tabs open without slowdowns. Both offer 256 GB of storage as standard, using M.2 SSDs with NVMe support at this price. However, only the Inspiron lets you add more storage yourself later, while the MacBook Neo cannot be upgraded. That flexibility means you can expand your space down the road if your needs change. Choosing MacBook Neo means carrying 1.23 kilograms instead of 1.55, and it's 12.7 millimeters thin versus 17.9. Both use aluminum for the chassis, so you're not giving up that premium feel either way. The lighter weight and slimmer profile make MacBook Neo easier to slip into your bag and less tiring to hold. Wi-Fi 7 on the Inspiron and Wi-Fi 6E on the MacBook Neo will feel the same for most people. Bluetooth 5.4 versus 6.0 is another technical step, but you likely won't notice any difference pairing devices. Both offer 2 USB 3.2 Type-C ports, no Thunderbolt, and each keeps the audio jack for your headphones. The Inspiron covers every port you need, so you can connect essentials without searching for extra adapters. A backlit keyboard gives you more flexibility in low light, while the Inspiron's 1.5 mm of key travel feel deeper than the MacBook Neo's 1 mm, which can make extended typing more comfortable. Neither model includes a numpad, so your layout stays compact and uncluttered. Both offer a 1080p FHD webcam for clear video calls, and each includes a fingerprint reader for secure logins. The Inspiron's longer key travel is the real difference here, making it a better fit for frequent typists. Inspiron gives you 2 CPU options, while MacBook Neo only has one, so you have more flexibility when picking your processor. With Inspiron, you can select 16 GB or 32 GB of RAM and 256 GB, 512 GB, or 1 TB of storage, while MacBook Neo limits you to 8 GB of RAM and either 256 GB or 512 GB of storage, so Inspiron lets you tailor the laptop more closely to your needs. $749 for the Inspiron, $599 for the MacBook Neo, a $150 gap. That extra money gets you the stronger battery, more memory, and better keyboard and input on the Inspiron. But the MacBook Neo is the price winner here. The Inspiron comes in gray, the MacBook Neo in silver, blue, and yellow. Both prices are in the description. Inspiron is for anyone who needs long battery life, more memory at the starting price, and a keyboard that feels better for all-day typing. If you want a lighter laptop or care most about a higher resolution IPS screen, skip it. You pay $150 more and give up a sharper, brighter display. MacBook Neo is for anyone who wants the fastest performance, sharpest screen resolution, and a premium design in a compact, lightweight package. If you need all-day battery life, more memory at this price, or extra ports, look elsewhere. The honest catch: it ships with just 8 GB of RAM at this price, which limits heavy multitasking. Which would you pick, the Inspiron or the MacBook Neo, and why? Drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe to Computer Matrix for more honest laptop comparisons.